old Cyhawk trophy, but they don't have a new one. Is there? Do you know? Is there going to be a trophy on the sidelines this week?
I'm sure there'll be something over there. It's a trophy game, so I'm sure those people will handle that. We as players really have no control over that, so our main goal is to win the game.
What do you remember about playing Jack Trice back in the day?
I remember I came out of the game early. Didn't get to play too much, and I remember that was the year Keenan scored his first touchdown before I did.
What do you remember about the atmosphere, though? I mean, it's not as big as Kenneth, but it's...
Yeah, definitely. It might not be as big as Kenny, but it's a college atmosphere that, is one you'll never forget because, there's such a certain amount of, I wouldn't say, just animosity between the two teams that grows, no matter where you play at. You can play in a parking lot, and there's still be a lot of people out there, yelling and screaming. So, I mean, it's definitely it's a tradition you would love to be a part of.
How do you pick Marcus up this week?
I think that comes through himself. I think he can pick up himself. He's as players, you always go through times where you don't play as good as you want to, but you know that you have another opportunity. And with that being said, we have an opportunity this week to get back on the field. So, I mean, he'll be fine. You get that stuff out in practice.
It might not be the same thing, but I'm sure you've had moments where you drop a pass or two. And how do you get past that as a player?
Play next play. Luckily, this game doesn't kill you if you drop a pass. Luckily, you're able to go out again and play again sometimes, and that's our opportunity we get. So we're lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to play another play or another down or another game to maybe watch that taste out of your mouth.
You guys have a lot of young guys on this team, especially playing some significant roles. What do you tell them about what it's like playing on the road and how to prepare for it this week?
First of all, you got to just tell them be ready for anything. It's going to be a dogfight wherever you go. It's not going to be the people behind you aren't always the guys that love you. They're not your fans. So just be ready for anything, and it's going to be a hard environment. So you just got to try to prepare and stay focused on your task.
You had a pretty good game against Iowa State last year. You're going up against the same athletes. Leonard Johnson's a very good player. He's probably headed to the NFL. Do you expect a little revenge sort of vibe from him this Saturday?
I don't really personally expect anything. I just expect them to come out and play as hard as they can. I mean, those guys are great players, and it's going to be a dogfight with the two teams, and you expect those type of things because it's a rivalry game and it's going against the two monsters of the state.
You're a fifth-year senior and you've been through a lot of wars and all that stuff. Do other guys and the other corners, do they get your attention still at all? I mean, is that something you guys just kind of work through and just do your job?
What do you mean by attention?
Do you know who you're playing against?
I mean, you definitely.
One-on-one wise.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know those guys personally, but on the field, whoever lines up against you, you just got to treat as your opponent and try to beat whatever they have against you and execute. Mm-hmm.